I broke up with my boyfriend after he gave me the silent treatment for 4 days because I said no to his friend moving into my apartment. I'm 24 female sharing this because it's been weighing on me, and honestly, I just need to get it off my chest. A little background. I live in a small one-bedroom apartment that I worked hard for. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine. About 5 months into dating my boyfriend, 29 male, he hit a rough patch. He lost his job and was struggling, and because I cared about him and wanted to be supportive, I offered to let him stay with me for a little while. Little while being the key part. He promised it would just be until he got back on his feet, found a new job, and could get his own place. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. And I really thought I was doing the right thing by standing by someone I loved. Fast forward to now. We've been together 9 months, and he's still here. He never moved out like he said he would, and honestly, he hasn't really tried to help out much either. He doesn't chip in for rent, utilities, or any of the main bills. Every once in a while, he'll grab some groceries, but I buy groceries too, so in the end, I'm the one paying for almost everything. What started as me trying to be helpful turned into me feeling like I was carrying both of us while he just coasted. Now on to what happened recently. A few weeks ago, he asked me if one of his friends, who's also having a hard time, could move in with us just for a bit. As soon as he said it, my stomach sank. Our apartment is already super small. It's barely enough space for the two of us, let alone adding another person. And beyond that, I didn't feel comfortable having someone I barely know living with me. This is supposed to be my safe space. So I told him no. I was polite but firm. I explained why I wasn't okay with it. I thought he'd get it, or at least that we'd be able to talk about it if he had feelings about it. Instead, the very next day after I said no, he completely shut down. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't even look at me. I figured maybe he just needed a little time to cool off. Maybe he was hurt and needed space. But then a day passed, then another, and another. 4 whole days of being completely ignored in my own home. 4 days of feeling like I didn't even exist. I tried to talk to him, tried to open the door to communication, but every time, I got nothing. No words, no eye contact, just coldness. It was humiliating. It broke my heart. I felt disrespected, abandoned, and invisible. By the end of those 4 days, I knew what I had been trying not to admit. I deserved better. I deserved a partner who talks to me, who respects my boundaries, who doesn't punish me for standing up for myself. So I ended things. Now some mutual friends are trying to make me feel bad about it, saying I should have been more understanding, that he was just hurt, and guys aren't always great at expressing their feelings, etc. But to me, this was never just about him being upset. It was about the way he handled it. The silent treatment, the complete lack of respect, the emotional immaturity. And that's not something I can accept in a relationship. Now for the top comments. Oh no, F that. Your mutual friends are wrong. You financially supported a hobo and he threw a temper tantrum because you wouldn't also financially support his friend? Good riddance. He treated me so poorly for 4 days straight while still expecting me to coddle him, but I couldn't take it anymore, so I told him to pack his stuff up and leave. And when the mutuals whine at you again about how he's hurting, because if you haven't blocked them, they will, tell them they are more than welcome to have that hobosexual reside with them, because you are overpaying his bills while he disrespects you in your house. I'm cackling at your comments. I've never used a hobosexual on someone before, but I guess it's going to be used on the daily from now on. Yep, good riddance. He literally contributed nothing and had the audacity to ask for his friend to move in. You know his friend would have been the same way, and you would be paying for both of them. Those friends are stupid. Let them host your boyfriend, and his friends see how long they put up with it. Thank you. I was literally shocked to see how audacious he had become. Also quit collecting moochers. Your friends all think you should pay for things you shouldn't. Be more selective. Moochers always find a way to make you feel guilty for saying no. Next story. My boyfriend ran away as a dog brutally bit me, and now I see him differently. So I, 24 female, have been with my boyfriend, 25 male, for 3 years and just moved in together not that long ago. But recently something happened to me that I'm recovering from, in which my boyfriend did nothing to try to help me. 2 weeks ago, we went over to his sister and brother-in-law's home for a visit, and as we were leaving, their next-door neighbor's large pit bull was outside after escaping from the fence. It wasn't closed all the way, and bit my arm badly. I won't get into too much detail because this post is already gonna be pretty lengthy, but I'm currently in recovery and taking time off from work, as I ended up with injuries from it and can't use my right arm. My boyfriend's reaction through all of it is what had me pissed. The attack happened out of nowhere. I barely had time to process it. My back was facing away from the house, so I didn't see the dog coming out of the fence. All I know is I heard and saw him barking at us when we left his sister's house, but he was secured, so I didn't think much of it. My boyfriend, however, was facing him, and I looked and saw the dog running out and biting me. Immediately, my boyfriend went inside his sister's house and got his brother-in-law and sister, who ended up hitting the dog with a stick that was already outside. It still took effort to get him off, but before that, I was alone for about 5 minutes with this dog just not letting go. I couldn't get him off me. Now, I'll get to why I'm upset with my boyfriend. I knew he was outside with me when it first happened. He was the first person I looked for and yelled for when the dog wouldn't let go, and I was in the worst pain I've ever experienced. I've never had a broken bone, needed surgery, or anything like that. So yes, that is the worst pain I've felt. Afterward, when I got home from the hospital, I asked him why his brother-in-law had to do what he could have done himself, and he admitted to me that he freaked out and didn't want the dog to bite him next. He said that he was scared of blood and didn't know what to do. Honestly, this kind of made me cringe to hear and made me mad. Because it's like, you're a grown man running away and could have helped me. I'm not by any means saying it's his fault the dog attacked me, but I think if he would have acted quicker to get him off, it would have helped me out. After he told me all of this, I kind of started looking at him differently. I can't help it. 2 days after that, I went to sleep at my parents' house and haven't gone back because I'm not sure how I feel about him anymore. I just need time to think. I told him this, and he thinks I'm being unreasonable. It's been a great and healthy relationship, and I've been genuinely happy. I don't want to throw away a 3-year relationship over this. Like I mentioned, we just moved in together, and he's been hinting at proposing sometime this year. I just don't want to be with someone whose first instinct in an emergency is to run away and not do anything. It even has me thinking about the future, thinking about when it's time for us to have a kid, if he's just going to panic and not comfort me as I'm in pain giving birth. I don't know. It just made me lose feelings for him, which I know sounds silly, but I literally can't help it. I found out afterward that his sister already yelled at him too, asking why he left me alone. My parents are, of course, siding with me, but I don't know if it's just because I'm their daughter lol. So I need unbiased opinions. Do I have the right to be upset? There is a similar story to yours floating around Reddit. A woman was with her husband and their niece and nephew in their fenced backyard. I guess the gate was open, and a dog ran in to attack. The wife immediately grabbed the small children to get them to safety. Meanwhile, the husband locked the wife and 2 small children in the backyard with the dog while he ran away. They were his sister's children, and I'm pretty sure his sister was appalled at his behavior, and the wife ended up divorcing him. I get it's a knee-jerk reaction, fight or flight, but you've seen how he will react, and it's not great. It's the locking the gate part that always gets me. There's fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Bro skipped all that and went straight to sacrifice. You don't need to outrun the bear, just your wife and 2 small children. Next story. My girlfriend is 5 months pregnant. Found out it probably isn't mine. We've been together for 3 years. She recently moved into my apartment. About a week after she moved in, she told me she was pregnant. I was shocked because we were always careful. She doesn't like the pill because it causes her to have terrible mood swings. But we always use protection, and we've never had any scares regarding it breaking. The shock quickly gave way to excitement. I've always known I wanted kids eventually, and even though this isn't the most perfect time because we are both still young, 24, I was really happy, and she seemed to be too. I definitely went overboard with preparation. My wallet definitely isn't happy with me. I turned my gaming room into a nursery. I had my dream set up. I sold a lot of it and moved the minimum I actually needed into our bedroom in the corner. I bought a cot, a car seat, clothes, painted the walls in the nursery, and I've been saving and working more hours to prepare. When I said I went overboard, I mean it. I definitely got overexcited. But about a week ago, my girlfriend's best friend messaged me, saying we needed to talk urgently. She called me and told me that my girlfriend had confessed to cheating on me and not using protection, and the timing lined up perfectly with her pregnancy. I obviously didn't believe her at first, but she was adamant that my girlfriend told her exactly what she just told me. She said there was no way she was keeping this from me, even if she was my girlfriend's best friend. So I asked my girlfriend, and I don't want to explain the whole conversation because it's really long and personal. But she denied it, then slipped up when I asked a question, and then she admitted it and broke down crying. I know she's pregnant, and I know there's still a tiny chance it's mine, but I kicked her out. Probably horrible of me, but now she's at her parents'. We haven't spoken since, but she's been blowing up my phone. I need to speak with her eventually so she can get the rest of her stuff, but I really don't want to. She cheated on me and didn't say anything. Then she found out she was pregnant and must have known straight away it almost definitely wasn't mine. And she continued to hide it for 5 months. She let me spend so much money on all this stuff and get so excited, all the while knowing it isn't mine. And the only way I found out is because her friend had the decency to tell me. This is the saddest I've ever felt. I lost my girlfriend and what I thought was my baby at the same time. I've been trying not to cry and just keep going, but I can't. I can't even explain how I feel right now. I haven't told anyone yet because it's so embarrassing. I did all of that stuff for a kid that isn't even mine. I know I'll have to tell my family and friends eventually. I just want to tell someone. At least if I say it here, I won't be judged by people in my life. Now for the comments. I'm so sorry about all of this. Doing forget to take a paternity test. So if it isn't yours, she can't pin the baby to you. I plan to. The chances it's mine, though, are minuscule, but still, better to be sure. Dude, you didn't do anything wrong. She has her parents to take her in, and you were lucky to find out sooner. My neighbor found out that his daughter wasn't his when she was in her 50s, and that ruined him. The girl belonged to the doctor, his wife's boss, and the girl's godfather. Today he lives drunk and sad. He didn't break up, but he no longer has a life. Don't give her any of the baby stuff if you plan to, until the DNA test. You might need it if it's yours. I should be able to get some money back. Probably not what I paid though. If you bought them from a retail store, sometimes management will have a heart and refund what you purchased due to sad circumstances. Nah, in the UK you need a receipt or a proof of purchase. It's unlikely I still have any. You really don't. It's at the discretion of the place. Just call the place and say you bought some baby stuff, but it turns out you won't be needing it anymore, and ask if you can get a refund. Unless you've opened it or it's damaged, they're not likely to say no. Plus, if you've paid on your card, you can look at your bank statements and figure it out. I thought most places are really strict about needing a receipt. I tried to return some shirts I bought at Primark because they were too small. Wouldn't accept the return unless I had a physical paper receipt. Might just be this shop. Last story. Brother's new wife banned him from playing video games with us, found out last night, and having a hard time being happy for him today. I, 22 female, am currently out of town for my older brother's 28th male wedding, which is happening today. He's marrying a woman he's been dating for about 10 months, and they only decided to get married last month. It all happened really fast. Since he lives across the country, the only way we really hang out is by playing video games together. It's something we've done for as long as I can remember. Me, him, and our younger brother, 19 male. It's not like we play constantly or all night, just a couple of hours here and there, nothing crazy. It's always been our way of staying connected. His now wife has made it really clear that she hates video games. From early on, she told him she didn't like him playing, and eventually told him she didn't want him playing with us at all. He tried to compromise, and for a little while she allowed some limited gaming. But last night, the night before his wedding, he told me that she's officially put her foot down. No more games. At all. She told him they're a waste of time, and he should be using that time to do more for himself. I didn't know what to say. He already knows how I feel, how we feel, our younger brother and I. But it's clear that this is her boundary, and because it's his fiancée, now wife, there's not really space for us to say anything without it seeming like we're being unsupportive. And I want to be supportive. I want to be happy for him today. But what really gets me is how much he's given up for her already. It's like he's constantly adjusting, compromising, bending to fit into her life, and she refuses to give him anything back. She won't even let him have this, a couple of hours here and there with his siblings, doing something we've always done. I'm sad that it feels like we're losing our brother to someone who doesn't seem to value the connection we have. And sad that it feels like there's no room for us anymore, unless we change or just quietly back away. I don't want to make this day about me. I really don't. I want to be happy for him. But it hurts more than I thought it would, especially since he only told us last night. I don't know. Controlling behavior isn't a boundary. A boundary is drawing a line around something that affects you personally. Dictating how someone spends some of their free time is controlling behavior. This doesn't end well. He won't know this mistake till it's too late. 10 months? People don't even start showing their true colors until the 6-month mark. So getting married at 10 months is crazy work. And the fact that she's trying to isolate him from his family is the biggest, reddest flag of them all. Update with info. Didn't expect so many comments. To cover it now, I haven't gotten to speak with him yet. I intend on calling him soon. They have gotten married as of this afternoon. People are saying I may be leaving out some info, and I will say I found this out last night and needed to get it out, so I may have left some context aside. 1. He is not hooked on video games. He is very responsible with time spent on a computer and only played with us 1 to 2 times a week, a couple of hours at a time. Usually Tuesday or Wednesday, and he made sure to call us once she was in bed, as she goes to bed far earlier. Outside of that, he played with his friends every so often, but this would also affect how much time we had. 2. I said he's changing a lot for her and she's not giving anything in return. I mean, he has changed jobs, changed his wardrobe, stopped learning a language he loves, etc. And the 2 things he asks she won't give, one being some gaming time with us. 3. I saw someone mention that our opinion shouldn't matter in this. If this was a decision they mutually made, I'll support it. It may hurt, but I will get over it if he feels that's what's best for his relationship. But being that it's something she's forcing that was originally allowed on limited terms makes no sense to me. Also, he limits the time, and we, our younger brother and I, make sure we never interfere with their plans. I'm struggling with how to bring this up to him without adding to the stress and frustration he's already feeling. I'm not trying to make things harder. I just hope we can find some kind of compromise that works for everyone. If it ends up being an it-is-what-it-is situation, then so be it. But if there's a way to meet in the middle, I'd really love that. After all, she's my sister-in-law now. I will try to update if this goes anywhere. Nonetheless, we will never stop supporting him. He is our brother, and we love him. The door is always open for him,